Hello everyone, I am Anna.
And I'm Brian.
And we are Those Annoying Vegans!
We're still on the couch, which means we're still moving.
Yes.
We are speaking to you from the past.
We're probably already moved in.
We're in the present, which is the future right now. But you're still stuck in the past with us on the sofa for another video.
And before we begin this video, we want to ask you to please subscribe if you haven't already and hit that thumbs up or thumbs down button, one or the other. That helps our reach and it helps us, our reach. That's, that's it.
It helps us and us alone.
And feel free to also check out our Facebook and Instagram and our Etsy store for some cool vegan swag, like these. And we'll say right now at the beginning, we don't want to wait till the end. Thank you to all of our Patreon patrons for helping us help animals. We love you.
So today we have got a video responding to a YouTuber named Ssoyoung. We've gotten DM'd
so many
times about responding to Ssoyoung on the YouTubes. For those of you that don't know, Ssoyoung is a YouTuber who does mukbang videos. Mukbang videos are a category of video where people just eat on camera.
Because it sounds good to some people.
Yeah. It's
some forms of mukbang, I can see how they trigger ASMR. If you guys aren't familiar with ASMR, it is why certain mukbang videos are so successful, because ASMR, it stands for Autosensory Meridian Response, and it's akin to the brain tingles. Like if something is very soothing to watch or listen to and you get like sort of this little tingle down your spine, and it really, like, it's hypnotic and intriguing.
I think it's when people say like, oh, that's so satisfying. You know, that's what they mean when you see an image or a video or something.
Yeah, and I listen to
satisfying.
A bunch of ASMR artists. I love Gentle Whispering. She's one of my favorites, and GB ASMR. They have very cool videos, but Ssoyoung is not one of those cool videos.
Ssoyoung's claim to fame is that she eats live animals on camera. We have not watched any of her videos. We've seen clips in other people's responses to her, but we don't watch her channel. No,
we don't want to give her any views. Guys, the reason she's on YouTube is because she gets the views, so why would we give her more of those views? Same with vegans. Stop watching her channel. Stop going there. You'll see, you can learn about her in other ways, but we don't need to watch her torture animals in order to know that that is wrong. But also it is hypocritical for people to harp on her in particular, because there are so many other videos on YouTube where animal exploitation is rampant, and perhaps the suffering is not happening right in front of your very eyes, but it is happening. So we're not really sure how to respond to these videos.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're vegan activists, which means we're animal rights activists, because veganism is an ethical lifestyle. So of course we oppose these videos. Of course they are disturbing, disgusting, and unethical.
So that's it for this video, guys. Please leave a thumbs up down below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Just kidding.
Oh, we did the record scratch move. It's an oldie but a goodie, that record scratch.
We thought we'd throw a little something else out there. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
If you are a non-vegan, if you're a vegetarian, if you're a meat eater, if you're a flexitarian, if you're a reducitarian, if you're a pescatarian, if you actively pay for and consume the products of animal torture, violence, abuse, murder, and yet you're somehow morally opposed to Ssoyoung's videos, then are you also morally opposed to the mukbang videos of the countless mukbang YouTubers that are out there? You just do a search, cheese mukbang, pizza mukbang, noodle mukbang. Endless videos showcasing the gluttonous habit of consuming the products of animal torture, animal abuse, and animal murder. If Ssoyoung offends you, does Nikocado Avocado also offend you in the same way? Because when he eats 40,000 calories worth of cheese, who knows how many baby cows and mother cows died for that product?
Yeah.
They weren't killed on camera. But that's because we have ag-gag laws and they're not allowed to be killed on camera.
Yeah, there are countless videos showcasing pizza, chicken wings, eggs, everything that Brian just said. Do you oppose those videos? Do you start change.org petitions for those videos? We're just pointing out the blatant hypocrisy. We're well aware that eating live animals on camera is awful, and she is subjecting them to torture and abuse, but she is no different than any of these other people. And if you are giving her views, if she has ads on her YouTube channel, then those ads are paying for her lifestyle. Those ads are paying for more videos. So stop watching her videos.
I would argue, much the way Vegan Gains argued against Penguin Zero, that Ssoyoung, what she's doing to these animals on camera, it's horrible. She's subjecting them to unimaginable pain and suffering in the final moments of their life. But let's look at what most mukbang YouTubers do. They subject sentient beings to a lifetime of pain and suffering. A lifetime of confinement, a lifetime of torture, being bred into existence for the sole purpose of being murdered as a baby to satisfy taste pleasure. This really is very similar to the Yulin Meat Festival that people oppose every single year because we see images of cats and dogs being tortured and abused and ultimately killed for taste pleasure needlessly, and it bothers us people living in the West. And we go, oh, how could they do that? Cut to inside of a factory farm where pigs are slaughtered at 6 months old, and they have the cognition of a 3-year-old human being. This is speciesism personified beautifully. There's petitions online to get Ssoyoung off of YouTube, yet Nikocado Avocado can stay there, eat as much cheese and bacon as he wants. No one bats an eye. We did watch the Vegan Gains response video to Penguin Zero, and Penguin Zero got triggered as and refused to debate him because he knows he's wrong. He's opposing Ssoyoung's videos while eating KFC.
Does that make sense? How does that make sense?
It's perfect hypocrisy, like textbook definition hypocrisy.
Non-vegans may argue that she's making these videos for pure sensory pleasure, ASMR, without realizing that taste pleasure is also sensory pleasure. And that there are people out there making videos with chicken nuggets and pizza and so many other products of animal violence and torture.
It's like self-indulgence to the absolute disgusting max. It's how many calories from a tortured, murdered animal can I shove into my face? Because I like the taste and my viewers like watching me / listening to me do it.
The basis of ASMR is something that relaxes you and is hypnotic, and you can fall asleep to it. And if it really comes down to the sound of people eating, why not eat something else? Plant-based foods. It's the same sounds without the torture. So this is needless suffering.
So what is our response to Ssoyoung's videos? As you probably could have guessed before you even clicked on this thumbnail, we don't like them. They're unethical videos. They're needless suffering and violence. But it's no different than the suffering and violence we inflict on cows, pigs, chickens, and other species in farms and slaughterhouses all across the country every minute of every day.
And it's no different than all the other mukbang videos out there on YouTube. So let's start petitions for all of those. Or even better, maybe a more productive form of activism would be to point out the hypocrisy. So if this bothers non-vegans, then what about all those other videos?
And we're going to assume that because Penguin Zero has refused to debate Vegan Gains on the topic, he probably won't debate us, but the offer's on the table. That goes for anybody else. If you are a person who believes that Ssoyoung's videos are completely immoral, unethical, and yet Nikocado Avocado eating a 21-pound lobster on camera, or eating Shake Shack's entire menu on camera, if you somehow believe that is moral, yet what Ssoyoung does is immoral, we're open to a debate.
So that's it, you guys. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think Ssoyoung should be banned from YouTube? Or do you think all animal cruelty should be banned from YouTube, and why? We'll talk to you down there. Bye.
Bye.
Does this give you sensory pleasure?
No. I have to admit, like, I'm not affected by the ASMR.
Some people are not. It actually, when you say that someone is triggered by ASMR, it actually means in a positive way. If you're not triggered by
triggered
ASMR,
on YouTube, super negative.
That's different.
But
if you're triggered by ASMR, it means it works on you. Some ASMR doesn't trigger me, some does. I really like soft spoken ASMR. I don't like whispering that much. Whispering doesn't, it's very dry sometimes. Accents also trigger me.
Oh, yes. It's unfortunate for me because I just have this stupid American accent.
It's consonants.
Do you find me more attractive if I talk with a
slight
accent?
Yeah,
Very
like
soft.
like River ASMR, River's ASMR channel is
the blonde guy?
Yeah. He's got a really good one that I like about trying shoes on. It's a whole culture. You guys gotta learn about it. It's a whole culture. I learned about ASMR years ago when my sister showed me my first ASMR video. She was like, "Do you remember how we used to like the way our librarian read us books?" And I was like, "Yeah." She had a really. We liked the way she used to say the word thicket.
I can understand the concept of getting auditory pleasure from somebody reading and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just so soothing, and it's. I don't know. They're still studying it. They're not quite sure what it is.
It's a weird organ.
Yeah, the brain.
Up here.
I used to get ASMR from, and I didn't know. This is the thing. I've experienced this since I was a kid, and I didn't know that it was a thing. When my dad used to read me books, the way he used to turn the pages, the sound that the pages made, and the way he pronounced certain words.
I think, if anything, I remember you played one for me early when we started dating, and it was like a woman like running her fingers along like jewelry in a display case or something.
Yeah, that was Gentle Whispering. That was Maria.
It gave me a little,
little tingly.
If anything, I think the sounds more than the talking.
Sounds of hands or like.
I don't know,
GB ASMR does this.
Is that working?
I don't know.
Turn your gain up?
I don't know.
Here.
If you speak like this, maybe it sounds nice. What do you think? Whispering doesn't trigger me at all. But maybe it triggers you. Go vegan.
I remember looking up a YouTube video where I was trying to find out how to make. We were going to make ramen, but we were going to make our own homemade ramen.
Yeah.
And I think I found a guy who does ASMR because it was a good recipe. But then at the end of the video, the last part of the video was just dedicated to watching him eat this ramen on a table. And it was the most violent eating I've ever seen. He was like... What is this assault on my senses? Stop. Do people like that? Because I've seen that too with noodles.
Yeah.
Like people will like suck in the noodles like who enjoys this?
Some people do. Some people do.
Like listening to a woman read you a bedtime story versus the sounds that this guy was making.
Yeah.
I don't think they belong in the same category.
It's a little odd sometimes.
You're worth it to me.